So, okay. Everyone, welcome to Curling here in beautiful Perth, Western Australia. It's Sunday night, and that means it's curling. And tonight we have the round 3 from the Summer League, and we have Slay Queens versus Sticks and Stones. They've just started with the first 2 stones of the end. It appears that Sticks and Stones have hammer. Yeah, you've got the team lineups on the screen there. So let's just see how the ice behaves. It normally starts a bit slow after it's just been zambonied, and it's going to be refrosting again. So here comes the second stone. Looks like it's a bit better weight. Now you're probably wondering if nobody's sweeping these stones, and the simple reason is because Stones are playing and they're stick and wheelchair curlers. They don't get the option to sweep their stone, and so the house rule in the league is that whoever plays Sticks and Stones will also not sweep as well, which kind of even. So the first red is past the hog line and is the corner guard. At the hog line there, so that's what we call a burnt stone. Sorry, it's a hog stone. And so that just goes out of play. You can see the hog line, in case it's not appearing on the screen, the hog lines are indicated by the orange cones. Third stone there from Slay Queens is pulling up very short. Still coming to grips with the ice conditions. Early days. Holly just escorting that one out past the back. So Phil is now indicating to Mark where he would like the stone to end up. It's a bit starting the first end of curling. Never know quite how the ice is going to behave. That was a little bit off the broom. It's got enough power though, so it may just end up being a good. There of the house. Here we go, the fourth stone for Slay Queens. Is it going to get to the hog line? Looks like it's okay. Just pull up a bit. In the same line as their previous red, so doubling up there on the guard. That's just going to freeze on that guard. It's good play. Comes Mark's second stone. A bit more power, better line. Pulling up nicely. This one might be in the house. Very good stone. Into the 8-foot circle by the looks of it. Good stone. So yellows are on the board in terms of having a stone in play in the house. Holly's just indicating there by tapping on her head that she wants it to be taken out. So powerful. Not expecting too much curl. So Bridie's just let the stone go there. It's got a bit of work to do. But, it looks nicely online. How's it going? Well, it's going to be very close, and kitten's whisker. Unlucky. Excellent attempt. So Phil is indicating that he wants to put a guard or something just outside the house. Makes it much harder to get the sitting stone inside the house. Something for Slay Queens to think about. So Alison's just setting her stone up there. Apologies, I think we've just lost a little bit of the vision there. We have another attempt to try and move the yellow. It's got to get past guards, which it does. Inside, but unfortunately just goes stubbornly, not wanting to be moved. So yellow's a 1-up at the moment. So a little bit less weight this time, but a nice line down the centre. It's pulling up nicely, so it looks like yellow's got the guard that they were after. That'll make things slightly more challenging for Slay Queens. So this will be Holly, a skip, playing the last 2 stones for Slay Queens. Holly's going to try the wise handle. So it's nice and straight. Has it got the legs? So it's slowly curling in, but I think it's just going to draw up short. So it's in the house, in the 12-foot, but yellow still sit 1. That red stone could be useful in terms of where to aim. The line was great, just not quite enough strength there. To take his first shot, that's stone number 7, 7, 8. Follows the stone down. centre. True line. Yellow's still setting one, but that red is making some slow advances. So a bit of tactics being discussed. Okay, so looks like Holly's coming around to the other side. That's aiming quite. Let's have a look. That's the. So this is Holly's last rock for the Slay Queens for this end. Nice smooth delivery. Okay, so Holly's coming down the other side. Following it all the way. The line's good. Just, does it have enough? Oh, just pulled up. So yellow's got one this end, but can Phil find a way to get through those reds and double up? So, an important stone here for Stix and stones. We've got one in the house, we've got one scoring. Can they get another? Good delivery. Counterclockwise rotation. No, I think Phil's urging it on to move a bit further, but it doesn't. So that's one yellow. The first point of the night goes the way of the hammer. And, that's 1-0 to Stix. So as I said, this is week 3 of the and then Williams team markers, your boys Ducks, team Aitken in 10, team Kennedy 11, and then we have our two teams playing tonight. We have Slay Queens in 12 and Stix and Stones in 13, both looking for their first win. Stix and Stones, this will be their third game, and this will be the second game for Slay Queens. So they're both hoping to get on and get that first important victory on the board. So we're just getting ready for the second end. So Slay Queens will have the hammer because they lost that end. Just joined us, welcome. This is live curling from Perth, Western Australia. Second only to the Briar, Canada. Sunday evening, so that's live curling. And it's league curling tonight with the 2024 Autumn League. This is round 3, and tonight you'll be watching the curling delight, Stix and Stones versus the Slay Queens. The Slay Queen off with their first stone. Nice delivery. Get over the hog line, quietly escorted off the premises, as it were. Setting up, ready. I don't know if we can get vision from the GoPro at the other end and see how well that yellow stone is sitting. Unfortunately, that red doesn't make it over the hog line as well. So that one's out. So that's a good yellow. So just watching the third stone for Slay Queens. The Slay Queens just... It's important to remember that curling's a game of fine margins, and the first 2 or 3 ends, the ice can still be very variable. So what may have worked for one person in the first end may not be working in the second end. I think we're seeing that here with Slay Queens and their line. Sorry, their length. The line's been very good. This looks a better stone. It looks like it's going to make contact there with the yellows. Did a little bit of stonework there. Number 5. for Stix and stones. Right, hello, just so it looks like Holly wants that to be taken out. So that's a very good shot. So it looks like red are 1 up at the moment. Well, that yellow was knocked out the house, but still hasn't gone over the back line, so it's still in play. So that's yellow distance. So red is still sitting 1. This will be stone number 6, slate wheels. Just brushes the guard slightly. Bit of thinking for Phil to do before he comes down and plays his 7th stone. Slay Queen's up 1 at the moment. So Phil just lining up his shot. Smooth delivery. So his target will be that red. That's a good hit on the nose. Looks like yellows are now 1 up. Probably just having a discussion there about the next shot. They do have hammer this end, so they will have the last stone. That's what hammer means, and that's a fairly good advantage. Ideally, if you got the hammer, look to score multiple. When you only score two or more to maybe championships in Finland. For the first time, that we had a girls' team at the World Junior B Championships, and although they didn't manage to get any wins in that competition, they certainly put in some very good performances against much more experienced teams. Body just guides, put a bit of a guard up. Thanks everyone for commenting on the live feed, live chat. Always good to see your comments. It's really good to see presented, especially here in Australia. We thank Rough Road Media for their excellent visuals as well. Can't say too much about the audio, but you get what you pay for, really. Saul's last stone. Sticks and Stones, a steal of 1. So Sticks and Stones will be 2-0 up. So if you're sitting at home and you're in the Perth area particularly, and you're taking a look at these images and thinking, do you know what, I could probably give this a go, it looks good fun. Well, first of all, A, you're right, it is good fun. And B, it's good news because you can actually come to Curling WA and join in the fun. Coming up this 16th of March, Saturday, there's a family curling day here at Coburn Ice Arena from 4:30 to 7 p.m. And you can find details on the Curling WA website, which is www.curlingwa.com.au. And if you go into their events tab, Olympian for Australia, or if you're young enough, come and join the junior boys or the junior girls, and who knows, you might be wearing the gold and green before you know it. It's a up and coming sport, not just in Australia but across the world, and we would love to see you here. Make everyone feel very welcome. You get all the safety equipment and all the training by qualified coaches. It's a couple of hours in session, and you end up with playing a game. So the third end has now started. Sleigh Queens will have the hammer. Just see there the first yellow passing straight through the house, unlucky. Absolutely, Di. Yes, these open days are fun, and you know, we pride ourselves on being pretty friendly too. So come along and get yourselves on the ice and see what it's all about. Oh, that's a beautiful first shot there from the ladies. Nice. This is moving very beautifully. Nice. Just pulls up in the house. So second yellow coming down, a bit wider. Not sure it's curling a great deal, but it is pulling up nicely. So. You're probably wondering how I can predict the future. It's because of the live stream is slightly delayed compared with the action, so I'll try not to give too many spoilers away. But as I predicted, as you can see, the stone is pulling up nicely. It's in the house as well, so it's a lovely second shot there. It's a nice delivery. Good play. Looks like the curlers are starting to find their line and length. Let's just nudge the yellow stone. It's like scoring position. I can't quite tell from this angle. Counterclockwise handle there as it comes down. Plates again looking good. And to the other side of the house, so yellows are just splitting the house there. That gives something for the Sleigh Queens to think about. comes the redstone. Looking very good. So, image just jumped there, but a nice little nudge off the first red and knocked the yellow out of play. So that's a nicely placed shot. Yellow's coming. Oh, straight through the house. Unlucky. Looks like Phyllis have found the railway track. That one took exactly the same track as the previous stone. Between the two reds and past the yellow. Just clips off. So a tap on the head there, so we're looking for another takeout. So that would be the yellow that's in the house. Here it comes. So it looks like very good shot. The good news for them is there's still plenty of open space. There's no guards up front. This is Allison here. One looks good. The wave looks good. Just knocks out red and places beautifully just by. Yellows are one up. At the moment. It's fairly exposed. There is one guard on one side, but it's certainly not covering the whole stone of it. It's a simple game plan from Reds at the moment. Dislodge that yellow. If they can dislodge the yellow, then they'd be sitting 3 or 4. Line's looking good. Needs to hold. We get past that yellow guard. It's going to be very tight to that guard. Yes, I believe there's contact, although I can't quite see it immediately. Certainly the reaction is good. Yes. So that looks like Red are one up now, possibly. With his last stone. Needs to do something about that Red. Here it comes. Again, hugging the centre line. Have to be fairly close to that centre line. Yes. That's a very good hit. I estimate that's 2 yellows at the moment. Looks like the call will be the same as it has been for the past few stones. Come down on the centre line. Let's see how. I don't think there's an opportunity for them to get more than one, but it would put them on the board. Just setting herself there, making sure she's absolutely comfortable before delivering this quite important stone. You've just rejoined us. We had a slight technical hitch there. I think that yellow got 2. Just waiting for confirmation. Holly's last stone was slightly off the line that she wanted it to be. So. Put the yellow in the box here. I make it 4-0. Yeah, it's just up on the scoreboard now. So after 3 ends, Stix and Stones are 4-0 up against the Slay Queens. Still plenty of curling left though. At least another 3 ends, and bearing in mind, of course, you can score 8 in one end if you're really good. So, you know, certainly not insurmountable if you're ready. So remember, both of these teams are looking for their first win. Stix and Stones have certainly started the hotter team in that respect, being 4 up after 3. But there's also, it's worth mentioning that both teams have been playing some good curling. It's been a fairly tight game, 1s and 2s at the moment. There's an empty house at the moment. Yep. For our first stone to disturb the scorers. It's like that red's a bit heavy. Unfortunately, the line was good, but just too much sauce on that one. We have another high guard being put in place. So there is such a thing as the free guard zone in curl. That means for the first 5 stones in play, those guard stones can't be moved, or certainly not moved out. Can't take them out. The guard gets placed back, and you lose the stone that makes it work. If that makes sense. Probably not explain that very well, but it just means that you can play a bit more tactically to begin with. Put some stones up so you're not flooding the house with stones. before the free guard zone period, what used to happen was you'd put a guard up and then the next player would go and take it out, and then the next player would take that one back out, and so on and so forth. It made for a fairly dull experience. So the free guard zone was put in place for we're looking for our first stone in the house. This one's a bit heavy. Continue all the way through. All the way out to platform 9 3/4. Come up with. You need to change the dynamic in this game. Yellow's got the momentum. More importantly, they've got the points on the board. So the line's good. What's it like in terms of length? Slowing down. Good. Oh, yeah, Ollie's making sure it hears that it's good. And it does. It's fantastic. So the first stone in the house, towards the back of the house, red are one up. Taking the same line as the previous guard, and looks like it will actually come out. Just pulls up just before the guard. So doubles up there. Doesn't change the line too much, or certainly shouldn't change the thinking from the Slay Queens as to what they need to do. They need to get stones in the house, and those guards shouldn't put too much of a spoiler on that plan. Really what they would like to do is put another stone in the house but behind those guards, use the yellow guards in their favour. It's a little bit heavy. The line is okay. Yeah. Well, he's instructing it to slow down, but I don't think it's going to listen. Mainly because it's stone. Okay, 1 in, 1 out. So red control the house, 1-0. Good. Just have to check on this distance now, the length. It's just the front of house guard, which isn't a bad thing. There's 2 reasons. First of all, it'll make it slightly harder for red to double up and put another red in there. If they get it wrong, they could actually promote that yellow stone into the house. So Slay Queens have got to find a way around that now. Come up with something. The line is again looking good, right down the middle. Into the house, it's a little bit heavy, but let's have a look. Well, That's good. That's 2 in the house. 2 reds. You can just see there the left-hand red is directly behind that yellow. So in some respects it's guarded, but Yellowstone could curl in past that guard. The center red is lying open and exposed. Now what yellow could do is look to come in down the center and hit both of those reds out with 1 yellow. So Phil comes up the first of his stones. Slay Queens have hammer. Weight to it, so the stone isn't a draw. It's going to hopefully do some. Well, Phil was hoping it'll do some damage to those 2 reds which currently occupy the house. The line looks good. Oh, but it just taps their own guard. So the guard did its job, but not too bad. It's actually left the yellow as shot rock, so they're 1 up. I think the plan from Reds will be fairly clear. It's mission, get rid of the Yellowstone. If they can get rid of the Yellowstone, they could end up 3 up with 2 stones to play off. Oh, it's a slightly unorthodox delivery there from Holly. She knows what she did there. The stone is up and running though. Let's see what happens. The line's still good, but the weight might be an issue. Yeah. She falls just short. Sorry, that wasn't Holly, that was Bridie. But with the non-textbook delivery there. This is the last stone for yellows. The house there. Still 1 to yellow. Exposed there. Try to double up, or do they protect what they have? Phil's coming back for his last shot. This is a very important end of curling. Really, Reds would love to get some points on the board. Dig into that 4-0 lead that the Yellows have. He's a very wily, experienced curler. I'm sure he's thinking that he's happy with the 4-0 lead and would like to improve on it. It's up and running. The line is good. The centre just pulling up slightly. So that's going to be a top of the house guard, which may not help them. Red's task is a simple one. If they can dislodge the shot rock, the yellow, they can walk away with 3 points. So we're down to this last time. She's up and running. Good weight on there. It looks like it's drifting slightly. Oh no, it looks like it's going to make contact, but how fine is the contact going to be? Oh, contact, but again give Yellows a steal of 1. Fascinating end of curling. And after 4 ends, Stix and Stones 5, Slay Queens yet to score. Here we go, just at the start of the 5th end, and I have to say, you probably, if you're a Team Red, you want to get this is an end that you need to get some points on. Probably more than 1. Probably need 2, maybe 3, facing a 5-0 deficit at the moment. And certainly the gameplay from both teams has been of a good standard. The Queens have been playing well enough to be on the board. First yellow there, just pulling up shy of the house. It's the turn for the Slay Queens. And take a more aggressive approach and try and get multiple shots in the house. Put the pressure back on Yellows. Line's looking good. The weight's looking fairly good as well at this early stage. Nice smooth delivery. It's coming up in the house now. And it's just inside the house, so a good early strike there from the Slay Queens. Found the distance earlier. Another high guard there. Nice to see a few Sticks and Stones fans in the live chat. The team are doing well. It's lovely to see the ice full here at Perth. 13 teams in the league, which is a very good value. Those interested, there is also curling established in Victoria and Queensland too. And coming up in May is the Australian Nationals, which, for those who don't know, rather bizarrely takes place in New Zealand. Reason being is that this moment in time there isn't any dedicated curling ice in Australia. Hopefully that'll change in the next year or two. It'd be good to have a venue here in Australia where we can focus all our attention to develop our elite athletes. Yellow, slightly out from the centre line. Yeah, just a bit too much on that one. Go straight through. So if you're watching and you're in the live chat, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. If I don't know the answer, I'll just make up something that sounds plausible. I think this red coming down is a bit light. Lots of rotation, but yeah, just fell short there. Pushed out the end for an early bath. Another yellow threads the needle there. A lot of telling up. Here in Western Australia we have the only wheelchair curlers in Australia. I'm happy to be correct if that's not the case. But it is good to see Stick doesn't week in her wheelchair. And again, it's also worth pointing out that Slay Queens are all young women who, apart from Bridie and Holly, have come into the game very, very recently. So it's great to see that there's such such new blood taking part in the sport. Australia may not be associated with curling, but that'll change. Of course, being led from the top by Tyler Gill and Dean Hewitt, who were at the Beijing Winter Olympics in the mixed doubles. Red's still 1 up at this moment in time. But we've seen that in the past few ends that Red have taken the lead until the very end. So this Red just again falling short there. Coming to the business end of this end, that's the 5th end. It's Alison's last stone. Looks like we're going to have a promotion. Yeah, just bites and just goes into the 12-foot, so that's in the house. Red is still shot at the moment, so that's still 1. I imagine Holly would dearly love at least another. Red is off and running. Coming in. Clockwise rotation. Just clipped the guard. It's a shame. It just took the little bit of length off it. So it just sits top of the house. In front of the house, I should say. Over to the captains now, the skips. This is why they earn the big bucks. This is where the game, this end, this is where this end will be decided. Skip starts. Coming down, it's got a bit of weight to it. Hoping to knock that red out of the way. Oh! Just passed it by millimeters and goes all the way through it. So now Holly has a decision to make. She could put a guard up, but with only 1 shot block at the moment, Red's only scoring 1, that's not really enough. 5-0 down at the moment. forest of holly stones. Very important shots, these next two. The line is looking tight, it's good. But, the length may be coming up a bit short. Yeah, Holly's encouraging it, but I don't think it's going to listen. So we've effectively ended up with another guard there. We'll make it tricky for yellow to be shot rock. Would look to try maybe and promote one of their sitters unless which are close to the house. There's a couple of options. Phil's last stone. Can you avoid red getting points on the board? Here it comes. Oh, it's very flush to the red stone there. 1, 2. And that's actually done. Yellows. Red, sorry, it's a bit of a favour. Could be that Reds are now scoring 2. So it's a good position for Reds to be in with the hammer. They do have options, particularly the yellow that's currently sitting on the right-hand side of the house in the 12-foot. And knock the yellow out, they could potentially end up with 3. Get right back into the game. Looks like they're going to try and promote their guard. So that's the red that's just slightly right of the centre line. It's a pretty low risk shot, because even if they miss, it's less likely to do too much damage. Here we go. It looks like it's offline. It's not going to hit that red. It's also not going to hit the yellow. It squeezes through the middle, and yeah, it doesn't slow down enough. But it does look like red have got 2 in that end, which would make, after 5 ends, Stix and Stones 5, Slay Queens 2. So everything to play for in what could potentially be the last end. I hope you're enjoying this at home, whether you're watching it live or whether you're watching it not live, I suppose. I'm sure there's a word for that. But I hope you're enjoying this action. I think it's been a very good game, very tightly contested. At least one end to go. The outcome is still not determined. So, yep. It's about here to have fun. stone's coming down. Ah, look at that. Centre line, 8 foot. That's a very nice shot. Very well judged. Sets the tone. Good assertive start from Reds. See what Stix and Stones come back with this in this end. Didn't have it all their way in the fifth end. The next red. Oh no, just didn't. No, keep going. Yep, it's just biting there. So God, so the free guard, like the stone covers that line, it counts as in the house. It's exposed there. The stone just coming down. Up into the 12. He is calling for the yellow to be taken out. It's a bold call this early in the end. There's also a risk that they could have hit their own reds. Here it goes. Indeed, it does knock into their reds. Not such a bad outcome, though. The yellow is now frozen onto that top red. The next yellow stone. Hugging that centre line. Some nice rotation there. It's going to hit that red. That's a good stone. Good play. This is the last end, and Slay Queens would hope for at least 3 to draw, maybe 4 to win. So their job is to get as many stones in play as they can. That one, the line was fantastic, but unfortunately just a little bit too much weight. So it's one less red that they can have in their final score. Yellow looks a bit too heavy. So like the red before it, it's just going to go straight through. We're sitting 2 at the moment, which is not going to the game plan of Slay Queens. See the yellow starting to curl as it comes down. It's a very gentle curl, it has to be said. So it's going to sit as a guard. It's looking very hard. Starting to drift away. It's just going to be a corner guard, but it's not guarding anything particularly. Could be used to be promoted later, but that'd be a tricky shot with the disguise. Yellow. It's down the centre line again, maybe. And yep, straight through the house again. So few curlers struggling with the length from this end. The line's been good, but the length has been a bit too much. Some sticks and stones sitting pretty with 2 stones still to go on each side. possibly for the last time tonight, it's over to the captains. What can Holly do to turn around the fortunes of the Slay Queens? On its way. Holly can nail the weight. There's plenty of space to take shot lock. Looks like the line's slightly off. Closer to the guards in the house. Indeed, just knocks into that yellow guard. So yellow's still 2 up in this end. Maybe curtains for Slay Queens. I don't think there's enough stones or opportunity there to overhaul the 3-point deficit that he went into the end with. Phil's first stone. Remember, yellow got the hammer, which in this end could be very important. There's a good weight to it. Line's looking good. And that's going to send you into the right shot. So, 3 up. One final stone for Holly to play in this end, possibly in this game. Looking to take out that centre rock, give them another point. Last stone for Slay Queens. Can Holly dislodge that yellow in the centre? It looks like it's just drifting at the last moment there. Make any contact? Oh, no. Phil has the opportunity with his last stone. He places it in the right place, he could end up with 4 in this end. So the game is won. It's just by how many points? I hope for those watching live and those watching later on, I hope you've enjoyed this this game. It's been well contested. Hopefully a good example of curling we can produce here in Perth, WA. As I mentioned earlier, there's a family day coming up on Saturday the 16th as we watch Phil's final rock. We'd love to see new curlers. They're all very welcome. Line is looking good. Or is it just going to go? Well, the line was very accurate, but the length was, yeah. So that looks like, to me, 3 end handshakes are being exchanged. The game is over. Congratulations to Stix and Stones as they record their first win of the season, winning in the end by 7 points to 2. The search for the first win of the season goes on for the Slay Queens, but if anything is to go by tonight's performance, it won't be too much longer before they record their first win as well. So thank you for joining us in this live stream at Curling WA for the Autumn League 2024. We hope you've enjoyed it, and we hope to see you again very soon. This has been Phil, commentating for you and enjoying it very much. Thank you.